Hi guys, it's Jessica here for a dark video. I tried to get here before the sun started to go down, but it's 3:30 and it is just, yeah, there's not much light out there. So I turned on all the lights to try to make up for it. But I do have some Dolly stuff to share with you guys that I am pretty excited about. Been working on some sewing. So I did want to first off start with these two girls. And these two corsets are probably going to be the last Ryokan corsets that I buy. I shouldn't say that. If a really pretty art corset or embroidered corset that I can't resist comes out, then that could change things. But I have been working on sewing my own from the wonderful pattern that she released earlier this year, because as any of that you know that have been fans of Ryokan's corsets and her sewing, you know, she closed her shop earlier this year and wants to focus on some other things. So when I first got into this hobby, I wanted lily cats and I wanted twiglings and I wanted them all to wear Ryokan corsets. And I think pretty much, yeah, every one of my lily cat girls is wearing a Ryokan corset, except probably Colleen, the wildling. She is the small, I think she's, maybe she's 19 centimeters. She's really tiny. So I don't have one for her. But they were just like, to me, like just so beautiful, and they still are. There'll be a lot of times that I'll be struggling to find something for a doll to wear, and I'm just not liking how she's looking, and then I'll put a Ryokan corset. It's like perfect. So that's definitely something that I really love is those corsets. So so these are two of my, they're actually CP Delft head. So my CP Delft leash and Jury 05 head, and they're on Feeple 60 Moe bodies, which I really do like the Moe body for its posing. I love the Delft body for just how beautiful and elegant it is, and I love the Feeple 60 body for how posable it is. Its posing is wonderful, just like it's the mini fee version. So this is Amelia, and so I did want to start out showing this beautiful Ryokan corset. I think I was doing an inventory and I already forgot. I think I have about 20 of these corsets. And I only had two SD sized ones. And I got these with the hope that they were going to fit my twiglings, and they didn't. They're a little too small. I think I could, if I was really wanted to make it work, they could be like maybe shorter type. But they fit the 57 centimeter girls, and that's what they were made for. I think they were advertised as Feeple 60, or what are these considered, SD 13? Do they consider 57 centimeter Delfts? And so I'm not sure how that works. But it's really beautiful. I was brushing out some wigs too, so that hair just gets everywhere. It's like the cat hair that floats everywhere. So she is wearing this lace that's been made into a skirt, and I just layered them. This was another skirt underneath that I had made, a 2-layered skirt, and then I put this on top of it. And she's actually wearing these boots that I made a long time ago. I made them back when I had gotten in my Zuri, because I made them to fit the Zuri foot. I do remember that. And so when did I send my Zuri off to live with Danielle Vita Plastica? So that's back when it was right before then that I made these boots. And they're not fantastic or anything, but basically I wanted to overdo it with pink. And I'm just sad that I didn't have an actual pink wig that fits her. She has a really big head. The Jury 05 girl, I haven't measured it, but a lot of my size 8-9 wigs sometimes don't fit her. So she's got a really large head. But I tried to overdo everything in pink. And despite these crooked boots, she stands pretty good in them. And then this is my CP Delft leash, and she's on the Feeple 60 Moe line body too. She is Melody is her name, and this was the other Rauken SD size corset that I got in, and it's just gorgeous. I just love these so much. And she's wearing another skirt that I made. It's a 3-layered skirt. And she's wearing, I love these. I got these shoes. These are Code Noir, and I got them in the hopes that they were going to fit my Twiggling girls again, and unfortunately they did not. I bought several different Code Noir boots or shoes. I bought the bootlets and then 2 heels, but they're all high-heeled. They're all in the high-heeled section of the Code Noir SD 13. These fit the Feeple 60 heeled feet, so I can get those on her. And I just love them. And I actually bought them from the Code Noir rep in the US. What's her name? I had her card over here. Oh, maybe not. No, I thought I had it sitting over there. But if you go Code Noir USA, you'll find her website. And I did want to plug her a little bit because she does have some stock. She also has, so she has things in stock. She has a lot of things in stock, and then she can order whatever you want, and it's all free shipping. So if you've been looking at Code Noir stuff for years, like I have, and not bought it as much as you would like because you don't want to pay $10 in shipping for one pair of shoes. And that's the way it is with a lot of brands, with a lot of doll brands. And so I feel like it's not worth it unless I'm spending, like, I don't know, like to me, if I'm going to pay $10 in shipping, like in my mind, I need to buy like $100 worth of stuff. It's just this hang up that I have. So then it's like, what, shipping is like 10%. It's just this hang up that I have. So when I found out that that you can order anything through her and the shipping is free, I think it took about, once she'd ordered it and everything, I think it took about 10 days or 2 weeks, something like that. So I imagine it would be much quicker if it was something that she happened to have in stock. So I'll try to remember to put a link down below. I am ordering some more shoes. Let me show you the other This is, now it is harder to get her to stand in these. They're pretty strong, pretty intense heels. So getting her to stand in those, I have never ever had a doll with heeled feet that I felt like they stood good. Oh, actually, kind of looks. She's leaning against the lamp. I have never had high heels on a doll, high heeled feet on a doll that I felt like they could stand properly in it. Except my Zuri, and she came with heeled feet, and I thought that's just how she was. I do think that there's an option or an addition, you can get regular feet and heeled feet. Mine came with heeled feet, and she could even stand in them without wearing shoes. Okay. So this is my Delft Mia. And I actually moved her back onto this Delft body. It's either a type 1 or a type 2. I have several type 1 bodies, but I have put the neck connectors on them because it's so nice. But this is my CP Delft Mia. She's on a type 1 or type 2 Delft body. And because I had her on the Feeple 60, and I've just been having trouble like really bonding with her, and so I've been playing around with styles and looks for her. She just, well, with her face up too, I think she just is a much more I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. I think that she would do better with maybe more rugged type of style, maybe more or outdoorsy, or not so dressed up. But I've been playing around. I did want to show you these. This was another pair of Code Noir shoes. This was another pair of shoes that I have just been looking at for like a couple years now, just like, oh, those are so awesome. I just freaking love them so much. And I decided to take a chance on them and see if they, because I'm looking for shoes that fit my twiggling girls. And this was all triggered by Libby. She got a pair of these bootlets, not these, but a pair of Code Noir bootlets that fit her twiggling, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy these and see if they fit. Well, they don't. they definitely do not fit. They definitely do not fit the twiggling, and they don't even fit the Moe girls, the Feeple 60 Moe girls, with heeled or without. They're way too slim. So you really need a slim-footed girl. I think that they're primarily meant for Dolphy Dreams. I think that that's kind of their target audience or whatever. But they fit the Delft body, and these are just regular feet. If they had high-heeled feet for the Delft 1 and Delft, or type 1 and type 2 Delft girl bodies, I don't have them and I've never seen them. But they fit fine with just the regular flat feet. But I think I'm really liking her at this green. This is this is an alpaca wig that Grievous Girl actually gave me. And I need to do some work because she got it from secondhand from somebody who had used paper towels for the head cap. And I think I'd like to go in there and put a bunch of latex. I have this that I've been using for making the wigs, and I think, did I show this in my other video? So I think I'd like to go in there and try to patch up that wig cap. But I'm really liking her with this wig. I'm slowly gonna start working on upgrading everybody's wigs. Trying to slow down on the dolls that I bring in. And later on I'll be showing you a couple new dolls as I say that. But I am working on upgrading wigs and making wigs and getting into wig making. So maybe I'll cut this video off and go, I don't know. I think maybe I'll just keep going. So, because, yeah, I wanted to show you the corsets. So I'm going to put her back up here out of the way. I have been working on corsets, and she put the corset, you can go on to craftsy.com and download the pattern for free. And this is the one that I have finished, and right now it's on my twiggling pieta, and I'm going to try to bring her up to the camera so that you can see her. I put the camera up high so that I could have my SD girls, I could stand them here on the table, and you can actually see what I'm showing you without me having to lift these heavy dolls very much. So this was my first attempt at the pattern, and I'm holding it on because the one thing that I haven't gotten yet is the eyelets. I have eyelets, but an eyelet setter. And this is something that I've been battling with for years now, is trying to find an eyelet setter that can set the smaller sized eyelets. It has been a long road. And I'm going to talk to you a little more about that too. But I just wanted to point out some of the things. This lace, all of the teal colored lace, not this blue, more bluish toned lace, but all of this teal or greenish tinged, that was lace that it was white lace, and I colored it myself with alcohol-based markers. I've been using the markers that I got that don't have brush nibs, because I'm a brush nib person. I hate the chisel tip, so I do have quite a few markers that I'm more willing to sacrifice because I hate the chisel tip. But anyways, that's how I colored the lace, and then I heat set it with my iron. And this lace is pretty, it's not very nice lace. It was basically the only thing I can get a hold of here in town from Joann's, and it's not very high quality. So that is something that I'll probably have to figure out how to find and order online. I just hate ordering that stuff, because anything online like that, because you never know until you actually have it in your hands what it's like. So I just need to start figuring out where to get something like that ordered, because I'm just not going to get it in town. Show you the back. So you can see I need to put the eyelets in so it can be laced up. So I have to hold it on her for now. She's, it's beaded. I put beads in it. I made the little bows, which was, I think, one of the hardest parts for me. I just wasn't very good. I made a lot of little bows that got thrown away. So what I would say about this pattern is I don't consider it overly difficult, but it is very intensive. There's a lot of little steps. There's a lot of little things to do. There's a lot of hand sewing. The lace pretty much needs to be all hand sewn on, the lacing down the front, the ribbon across the top. There's 2 layers of lace here, hand sewn on. There's a ribbon hand sewn on, 2 strips of lace there, hand sewn on, the decorative beading and this ribbon that was hand sewn on, and then 2 layers of lace down here, hand sewn on. So that does take quite a lot of time. I really actually enjoyed the process. I've always found hand sewing to be kind of relaxing, and that's something that I'll often do. Kind of want to spend some time with the husband. I can sit on the couch and be sewing, and he can watch football or whatever it is that he wants to watch, and I can be anywhere. I can do it in bed. I could do it if the weather was nice, which it's not right now. Do some hand sewing things outside. I used to do this last summer. If I had hand sewing things, I'd go sit outside with the dogs and work on that. So this is Pieta. She is my Twiggling Pieta. Her name is Lady. She's Alondria's sister, and she is what was I going to say? Oh, new wig. That was what I was going to talk. This was the new wig that I made her, and I do think it needs to be vigorously brushed. I need to get a lot of the extra hair out. It's a little more poofy than I would like, and I think it will shrink a lot once I brush it out. But that is my experiments with wig making. It's made out of Rami fiber, which I am a big fan of, especially learning, because it's very inexpensive. It's $3.50 for an ounce. And what I'm finding is it takes, with this anyways, it's maybe 3/4 of an ounce to make a wig. So yeah, the corset is, yeah, see, it's in my nose. Every time I handle her, or that's the thing, same with my alpaca, and yeah, alpaca, though that really can do that too. I'm gonna set her back over here. I'll show you the other corset that is in the process of being made. It's not finished yet. I've still got several more layers of lace to do, and beading. And I have to hold it on too, because of course it doesn't have, but I want to do to see how it looks. So it still needs a bit of lace at the top, and then I think that'll make it look a little bit less. Yeah, it's hard to show how it's gonna really look with me holding it on. And again, I had some nicer lace. My mother-in-law had some lace that she had gotten this summer at some estate sales and yard sales, basically, and so I used what I had left of it on this corset, and I definitely could tell the difference between my cheapo Joanne stuff. It just felt completely different. It was very nice. The texture was very different. It was apparent that it was better quality, and I used to not be able, like, that's new for me to understand crappy lace versus nice lace. That is a new one for me, to be able to tell the difference, having handled both. But this is the lace. It was white, and I colored it again and heat sealed it with my iron, and I'm really happy with how this color turned out. Really, really happy with it. So I've got just enough to put this one more layer along the top, and then I've got to do the beading and the bows. I need to make the bows, which is actually probably the part that I dread the most, because I'm not good at the bows. But this definitely makes me want to invest in buying some nicer lace and like now that I know the difference. So I'm struggling with this body a little bit because this is a new body. This is a new twiggling body that came in earlier this week, and she is a 2012 doll she casted body, and she has the relaxed hands, and this is my first doll with these. Oh, the moon's out already. That's right, I can see the moon. It's like 4 o'clock. Anyways, she has the relaxed hands, and this is my first time experiencing them, and I actually do like them a lot. So I might add a pair of these onto my order that I have pending. See if I can add some extras, because I actually do like these, and I like to be able to change them out. The body is it's been blushed, and the blushing is really pretty. She's got a really pretty manicure, but it's very stained and yellowed, and I can tell the different areas. You can just see like the dirt and stuff. So I will, and she needs to be restrung so badly. I mean, you just you set her down, and her back, she'll just fall all the way back, and you can like see her string. She's like falling in half. So I'll take her apart, clean off all of that old blushing and sealant, and definitely suede her, and then restring her and tighten her up and get her in shape. She also has a broken foot. It's not broken, it's just the spring. The spring has, and this was known, this was told to me by the seller that this was a problem. And I've actually had this problem with another doll that I was messing with the foot, and if you pull it too hard, or you pull it too far out, like, you're gonna wreck that spring, and it's not going to spring back. So basically it's not broken, the spring just needs to be replaced. I kind of forgot about it. I forgot that, because the first thing I did was plunk these boots on her, and then forgot that she had the broken foot problem. These are the Code Noir bootlets that fit twiggling. These are them, and they fit twiggling perfect. Broken foot or no, they fit them perfect, and man, I love them. So I've got more of those on order, because finding shoes that fit twiggling is a big deal. It's a really big deal. These jeans came with the body, which was a really nice gift. She sent these jeans. They're very, very nice. And the wig that she's wearing, oh gosh, I wish I would have looked it up. I just bought it. This is, look how long it is, and the lighting's not good, you can't see. It's dark brown and fades to more of a purplish color. It's so pretty. But I got it from a seller on Etsy, and it was terrifically reduced. It was so inexpensive. But yeah, she's claimed it. So I'll finish her corset. So the one thing, none of these corsets will be finished until I can figure out the eyelet problem. I have some larger size corsets that I've used on bodices, and some smaller corsets that I've made in the past, less immaculate corsets. And it's so hard to find something that works on the smaller ones. So I got this. This one came in yesterday, and I have another one that is on the slow boat from China, apparently, because it's not going to be here until mid-January, which I was like, I might go online and see if I can find, because it wasn't very expensive. It was the one that was recommended in Rauken's with these pliers. That it was recommended in the corset pattern that she made. But this is called the Silent Setter. It's I can't believe how inexpensive I got this. I think when this was in the store, this had to have been a $50 jobby. I mean, it's just got all these wonderful parts to it. And it's got, so this is the thing that you would put the attachments on. So it's got these little attachments and they go in there. And then you use it's a self-healing mat that you can press down on, and then you just press and twist very hard. So it's called the Silent Setter because it's working on a lot of the same principle as the hammer one, which I've been through a lot of those and never found one that works properly either. And what I found was that I was doing some practicing just prior to this video, actually. And so these are some of the different ones. You can see I really wanted it to work for these ones right here because they're the size that I want, and they're nice quality, but they have a very long back. And so I don't know, maybe I can go in there with the hammer and flatten that out more. But this one turned out the very nicest, and part of it was that the stem was pretty short. The stem on this one that turned out is about half as long, or a third as long as the stem on this one. So it needs a relatively short stem to work properly with this unit. So when that other one comes, I will play with it and see what ends up working best. Yeah, it's just, like, I don't want to go through all the trouble of making one of these corsets and then wreck it trying to put eyelets in and squishing them and stuff. So, eyelets, tiny eyelets. If I can figure out that and find a way to reliably set those, then I'll get back into trying to make shoes again too. I just kind of like the shoes that I wanted to make. I wanted eyelets for the laces, and I just couldn't find anything that worked. So if I can figure that out and get that part to work, then I'll probably get back into trying to make some shoes again too. Let's see how long this is. Let me check. Okay, I think I'm like 30 minutes in. I'll see if maybe I might split this into part 1 and part 2 or something. But this was the other thing I wanted to show you. This came in yesterday and was a bit of an impulse buy, even though I'm not supposed to be doing those anymore. But look, it's pink. This is all my other Doll Zone boxes. The bigger ones, like MSD size dolls, they're white, I'm pretty sure. I think those boxes are white. And then my smaller boxes for like the event dolls were kind of a greenish color. So this is my first pink one. And so I blame a certain person who recently had a video about this doll. He did a body review, and Angelise had them in stock, and yeah, so it's Yo Carter. And I have always wanted a Carter. That was one of those dolls, like from the very early parts, as I loved Doll Chateau and Doll Zone. For a long, long time, I even thought that Carter was a Doll Chateau sculpt, because I mean, they're kind of interchangeable in my mind. So, and of course, it's got the beautiful lace-covered pink pillow, and, well, look what's in there. So, this is, gosh, it's just so bright. Yo Carter. Turn that light off. And he's freaking adorable. That's why I wanted to show you his head. And yes, he did come with a body. It's just been stolen, unfortunately. I think if I get this guy a face-up, I think that he will probably steal his body back. I was bummed that I didn't order my Doll Zone Robin earlier so that I could have gotten the Yo Carter as a free event doll then, because I would have really, really loved a Yo Carter in tan. So Annette had an MSD Carter that she sold, and I really wanted to buy it so bad. It was a tan MSD Carter, and it was just gorgeous. So, but the likelihood of me finding a tan USD Carter available in the marketplace, I think, is going to be pretty slim. So I'll be on the lookout. But I'm going to show you who stole this body. So Dolly nudity, because it's going to be naked, but this is who stole this body. This is my Lily Cat Cerise doll's ombre. I have a white ombre, and she has the regular open-eyed and the sleepy-eyed head, both with face-ups by Cooler, or Color, is that how you say it? Which is such a gorgeous face-up. Let me turn this light off again. Let's see if that helps with being able to see her a little clearer. And the person that did the body review was Ozzy. What's his channel? His Instagram is Academy of Oz. What is his? Frick. I can't. Gay Boys Oz. I think that's his YouTube channel. It just went out of my brain. I'm pretty sure it has Ozzy in it, or Oz. But anyways, he did a body review on the Yo Carter, and this body, like, look at how delicate and fine these fingers are. It's obviously a male body, but to me it looks like the MSD boy body, just kind of miniaturized, and it's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And to my disappointment, the female version is not at all the same. It's not at all the same. The hands are kind of chunky and stubby. They're not these beautiful, elegant hands. Yeah, it's not the same thing at all. So it's just gorgeous, and it poses so amazing. You saw the little pose that I had her in. So I see, like, I posted it on Instagram last night, and I think it was Capricorn Makes, we were talking about it. I was like, I wish I had 5 of these bodies. I wish I had 5 of them, because there's a lot of dolls that I would like to put on this. The other one that I tried out, and I'll see if I'm able to, like, plug in the photo here. I tried out Doll Zone Cindy's head, on this body, and it would require the neck hole on the Dollstone Cindy would definitely need to be modded. You'd need to widen the hole, or even shorten the neck. But that is a very tempting hybrid. It's very, very tempting. Right now I have him on an Impel Doll USD body, which is really cute. My sleeping doll Pamela Ruby Head stole his original body, and yeah, so lots of body switching and stealing going on. So, but like, I've been wanting a moon. I have a moon with better posing. But yeah, if my Yo Carter gets a face up, then he'll probably get his body back. I'm just having this little girl sit on my countertop, and so cute, so cute. I want to make her, now that I'm learning how to make the Ryokan corsets, I want to make her one, and which would be almost Blythe size, probably, yeah. I think her chest is pretty big compared to a Blythe, so I don't know. She can probably wear some of the stuff that Blythes and A-Zones. Her feet are pretty big, but oh I just love her. I was so like, oh my gosh, you are so perfect. The only thing that I'm sad is that you can't get this in a female version. The female version is nothing like this, which is really too bad. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap this up here because this is a super long video. I probably will post it all at once because it takes me freaking forever to get all of the stuff off of my phone and onto my computer. And yeah, so by the time I get that all done, I'm not going to want to try to split them into two and upload 2 videos. So, I think that was everything. Oh, no. Okay, one more thing. I forgotten that I hadn't shown this here because I think it's been almost 3 weeks since I made a video. But let me show you. So you might wonder why I needed to buy that twiggling body for my ingenue head, because didn't she already have a body? Well, she did, but this girl stole it. So this is, I've renamed her Evangeline. I've been calling her Evangeline. Every time I look at her, that's what comes to my mind. So this is my Doll Zone deer head, and it's on the twiggling body. It's absolutely gorgeous on this body. She's just so elegant. My Zoom amber body is actually, I put it up for sale. I need to put my big girl panties on and go post her on DOA. I just hate dealing with DOA stuff. And it's such a hassle to upload stuff on there. But it's just not working out for me. If I can't get it to sell, then I might get a head, try to find a head to put on there, and it's just going to be a display doll. It's going to sit up there and be displayed because it can't sit, like, and that's what I do with my dolls. I sit them here and I play with them, or even on the floor or whatever. But not being able to sit is, yeah, that is just, it's so hard to work with them and do anything. And if she sat, or I could find some way to make her sit in an appealing way, then I would like her a whole lot more. So if I can't sell her, I don't know, maybe mods would be in the works at some point. But she's for sale if you want her. I think I put her up for $400. So make me offer something. Not this girl. She's not for sale. My Zoom body is for sale. So yeah, this is Evangeline. I need to glue her head on here or put a different different S hook on it because it's a little too big a S hook to fit in her head. And I don't want her head to go flying off like that. Yeah, we don't want that. So she's wearing, this is one of my bodices, or I guess, I mean, you could consider it a corset. This is one that I had made in the past, and I actually do like it, but I didn't know how to do boning, so that it has structure to it and doesn't collapse like that. So like if she bends or scrunches, it'll wrinkle up. And that's because it requires boning. And I'm so excited that I can make, this is going to open up a lot of the things that I've been wanting to make. If I can just fix the eyelet problem. See, these are huge. These eyelets are the only thing I've been able to get to work. This is the smallest size I've been able to get to work, to find a tool that works properly and sets them. But I mean, they're almost twice as big as what I would prefer. So, but I just love her on this body. She's so elegant. It's my Evangeline. Okay, okay, this time for reels. I hope you guys are having a great week. Things are going okay for you, and you got some time to spend with your dollies. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.